Hello, you guys. Welcome and welcome back. I know I've been MIA, but welcome and welcome back. I love to say that. If you're returning, welcome. Welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome. As always, if this is your first time, all of my recipes have to be easy, delicious, with simple ingredients. If you're coming back, you know how I do. I don't keep you waiting, so let's get into it. As you can tell by the decorations, this is in the spirit of St. Patty's Day. So this is going to be a very simple recipe. I don't know where you're from, like what city you're in, but the city I am, they always have something called pot of gold. And it's this little dessert. It's delicious. So I'm going to show you my version of this dessert. Okay, I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with some milk. Right, nothing special, and you don't have to use milk. You can use any liquid that you like. I'm gonna start with about probably 4 ounces, and we'll see how this goes. If it's still too thick, I put a little bit more. And I have a half a cup of brown sugar, and I know brown sugar tends to stick, but when you mix it with the liquid, you don't have to worry about that. It'll break up on its own. Now I'm gonna come in with, you know me if you've been with me, vanilla. And I don't know, vanilla seems to blend with everything, but again, if you don't like vanilla, you can change it to something else. Now, in the city I live in, we call it St. Patty's Day. Leave a comment where the city you're living. Do y'all call it St. Patty's Day or St. Patrick's Day? Which is for us, it's the same thing. And that was about a tablespoon of vanilla. As always, all the measurements, ingredients will be in the description box, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to come in with nutmeg. Now, usually I use, cinnamon, but not this time. I think with this recipe, nutmeg, and again, this is my take on it. Maybe they use other ingredients, but, in the bakeries, in all of the bakeries and the little stores in my city, it tastes like nutmeg. So, I'm coming in with nutmeg. And I'm really not worried about using this much because it is a thick batter and you want the flavor to come through. Now I have 1 stick of melted butter. If you don't want to use butter, you can use margarine or you can use oil. Here's the difference. Butter and margarine gives flavor and moisture. Oil give moisture but no flavor. But in the pinch, use what you have. If you're going to use oil, though, I would use like vegetable oil. Okay. Last but certainly not least, we need our eggs. But before I put the eggs in, again, let me know. It's always tastes like the pot of gold, always tastes like chocolate. And it looks like chocolate. So I'm going to put chocolate in it. And if you had a brownie mix, you can use your brownie mix, whatever mix you use for brownie, to make this. Because it's like little muffins, if I didn't tell you that. And you use as much chocolate as you want. So right now I'm going to see. Yes, let's stir this up. And that's why I wasn't really worried about the brown sugar clumping together, because that happens. Look at that. That even looks delicious. As always, please leave a comment, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And it really helps me too. Leave it in the comment. Let me know in the city that you live in, do they have pot of gold for St. Patty's Day? Okay. Now we're coming in with the eggs. And I have 3, let me put this back over. I have 3 large eggs. Do you need to use 3? Probably not, but I'm always afraid of sticking. And no, I'm afraid of stuff sticking too when I bake, but I'm afraid of it falling apart. I've had that happen to me so many times. And again, if you're new to my channel, you know my recipes. If you're new to my channel, then my recipes are very simple to make. You don't have to have a stand mixer or anything like that. And if you've been with me a while, you already know that everything is what I call handmade and homemade. And I think that's one of the best parts, because you get to decide what you want in your batter. How much sugar you want, whether you want to add salt. Now some people will add salt because they say salt makes it taste a little bit sweeter. But between the chocolate syrup and a half a cup of brown sugar, I think it's sweet enough. Now I'm going to come in with self-rising flour. And I'm going to tell you why I use self-rising flour. If you use all-purpose flour, you have to add baking soda and baking powder. Self-rising flour already has all of that in it. And I'm going to try to add this as quickly as possible. And I'll tell you why. You don't want to keep stirring it because then you overbeat it, which is why I did the liquid separate from the flour, and I put the soft flour in last. And you just want to stir until it's combined. What do I mean by that? Until all of the white from the flour is gone. And I no longer see any white, so I'm going to stop stirring. Okay, see how fast that was? And in my city, it is so expensive for a little dessert. I said, you know something? I think I can do this myself. Now, I am going to come in with just a little bit of, just a touch of baking powder. Just a little bit. And again, you don't have to do this. But I've had my self-rising flour for quite a while, so I don't know if it's going to give me that rise I want. Okay. Now I'm going to give it another stir. If you have little ones, they really enjoy, St. Patty's Day. We have a big parade where I am. And again, let me know in the comments where you are. Do you have that, a big parade for St. Patty's Day? And is it St. Patty or St. Patrick? Okay, so I have a disposable, yes, because I want cleanup to be very fast. And it's easy. So disposable is the way to go. Okay, so now I'm gonna line it up with these cups, and I'll probably take it out of the cup once it's done. So for right now, I am going to use these. Okay. And it really doesn't matter what color the cupcake holder is. So are you planning to do anything for St. Patty's Day? Dress up for the parade if you're having one. I don't know what they watch on TV because I never watch anything. I'm usually at work on St. Patty's Day. So, and let me know if this is authentic. Like I said, in my city for St. Patty's Day, they always have this in the bakeries and the shops, but is it actually authentic? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Do you see how simple that batter was? And that's one thing if you're new to my channel, you'll say, okay, this is simple to make. Yeah. I've watched other channels and other shows, really, not real channels, excuse me. As you can tell, I'm still under the weather. I watch other cooking shows, and they used to have all these exotic ingredients and needed all these expensive utensils to make it. And of course, I didn't make it. So, I always promise myself, if I start a cooking channel, whoever watch my channel is going to know that they can make it with very simple ingredients. And they don't need great skills. Well, you do have great skills, but you know what I mean. Like, be able to dice 100 pieces of tomatoes in 1 second. Come on. Or a stand mixer or equipment that costs $1,000 to make a simple cake. Okay, now I'm going to get this in the oven, and I'm going to cook this at 350, hopefully for about a half an hour. Okay, in the oven it goes. Okay, now I know I said about 30 minutes, but in reality, this did not take 30 minutes. It took like 20 to 25 minutes. And I know what you're thinking. That doesn't look pretty appetizing. Trust me, just give me 1 second. It's called pot to go, so just stick with me. Okay, so you know, it always have, sometime it has a topping and sometime it doesn't. My go-to topping is Cool Whip. Those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that. And again, let me know where you're from. Do you have any topping on your pot of gold? And I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of Cool Whip. Now, you really want your muffins to actually very, like, the cool off was what I'm trying to say, because the Cool Whip will begin to melt. And so it took me a few minutes. I had to put it inside of the refrigerator and let it cool. Again, you don't always need a piping bag. If you have one, great. If you don't, you can use your hands. So, I mean a spoon. You know what I mean. Please take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know, like, what you would have done different with this recipe. I always ask that because, you know, we can share and it really helps the channel to grow and it helps me to grow. Like if you were to say, okay, I wouldn't use chocolate. Where I'm at when they do pot of gold, it's not chocolate. Again, in my city, it's always chocolate. I don't know why. Again, I don't know if that's authentic. If anyone is Irish, of Irish descent, let me know. Maybe it's not even made with chocolate. You know, they never give you the recipe. So this is my take on a recipe. Maybe it's made differently. And I know you're thinking, why is it called pot of gold? I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, last one. Look at that. Now, this is sugar flakes. Sorry about the messy hand. Nothing special. Sugar crystals. And this is how you turn it into a pot of gold. Look at that. You know, the little ones will love this right now. We get into this part. And you know the ingredients I use. I'm quite sure you have it in your refrigerator or your cabinets. Look at that. Pot of gold. Now, it's usually like this and that's it. Sometime I will see it with some green crystals. Do you have to put green crystals? No, but you know, if you've been with me for a while, I always take it to the next step. And again, I usually just see it with the gold. But again, that's where I live at. Maybe you see it with the gold and the green. Now, on top of that, I'm just going crazy with these. These are called sugar belts. They're nothing but candy. The little ones will love it. And I think I'm gonna go like this. Oops. Oh Lord. That's not really good. So, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna leave that right there. And I'm gonna get this in the refrigerator. And I'm gonna let it set up. Yep. I'm gonna put that right back there because there's no way I can move it. And I'm gonna get this in the refrigerator. Again, take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you would have did differently. And what I was going to show you was, now I'm trying to rip this in two, but I'm also trying to work fast and get this inside of the refrigerator because it's still a little too warm. Okay. You see it's not behaving with me. But again, until next time, enjoy. Okay, so we're going to try this again. As you can see, some of them was melting. And I'm going to finish it off with some more Cool Whip. I had to put it in the refrigerator because it was still a little too warm. So the Cool Whip started to melt. So here we go. And that's another thing, when it comes out the oven, you put it in the refrigerator or your freezer, which is best. You may want to leave it in there a little bit longer. I think I only had mine in there for like 5 minutes. So clearly that wasn't enough. Look at that. You know, people say you need a piping bag. Nope. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn this into a pot of gold. This is the part that makes it a pot of gold. Again, in the city I'm in, sometimes they have the frosting, sometimes they don't, but they always have the gold. And this is just sugar crystals. They taste delicious. Please take a minute, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know, in the city that you're in, do you have like the white topping with the gold or just by itself? And again, this is green sugar crystal. And I just like this part. Most of the time I don't see it with the green, but I'm deciding to put the green. You know, let me know in the comments. No, but we don't have it with the green. And we don't call it St. Patty's Day. We call it St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna put a little bit more right here because it had begun to crack. And I'm gonna come in again with a little bit more sugar crystals. And it's really not, the green part is not supposed to be there. It's only supposed to be gold, but I just like the way it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more gold because it is called a pot of gold. And let me know if you are of Irish descent or if you know whether or not this is actually authentic Irish dessert for St. Patty's Day. I don't know. In my city, we have it. And you know, I can't leave well enough to know. Well, I can, but I just want to put these sugar belts, and they're just candies. Just to try to make it look like a rainbow. What do you think, guys? Do you think I should put it right there? No, I think it's too much. So, now I'm going to lift this up so you can get a better look. Please take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Oh, I hate my lighting. Anyway, I'll put this down. Until next time, enjoy.